Now, you have two types of cellular transport. The first one would be passive transport, and the second one is active transport. And of course, passive transport here, this is going to be today's focus of our discussion. Okay. Now, again, whenever you say cellular transport, I'd like to make this clear. It is not the cells that are being transported. Okay, it's not the cells that are being transported. This means when you say cellular transport, again, these are the different ways through which molecules are transported in or out of the cell. Okay, so again, do not be deceived by the term cellular transport. It does not mean that your cells are the ones being transported, but again, these are the molecules, the various substances, the various materials that are transported in and out of the cell. So again, today's topic is going to be focused on the passive transport. When you say passive transport here, it is actually called passive. Okay, of course, when you say passive, you're not doing anything. Okay, so that's the meaning of the term passive. You're not active. Okay, so again, when you say passive transport here, it is called so because it does not require energy. Okay, it does not require energy. It does not require ATP. Of course, ATP, you know, is the energy currency of the cell. Okay, so ATP again is adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy that is produced in your cell, particularly in the mitochondria. And of course, you know that glucose is the starting point, the starting molecules of your ATP. Okay, so in your passive transport again, energy, ATP is not required, okay? There is no energy used, and so it is called your passive transport. Now, there are three different types of your passive transport. The first one there would be simple diffusion. Second one, you have your facilitated diffusion. And third, you have your osmosis. Okay, now sometimes simple diffusion would just be called diffusion. We only use the term simple here just to differentiate it from facilitated diffusion. Let's take a look at your simple diffusion. Okay, so again, this is diffusion. This simple diffusion, this is what happened to your ink a while ago. Now, in here, the molecules move from an area of higher concentration. When you say concentration here, this simply means amount. Okay, so the molecules move from an area of higher concentration, from an area where there is higher amount, to an area of lower concentration, or to an area where there is lower amount of that certain type of molecule. So say your molecules here are your ink. Okay, so your molecules here are your ink. And of course, from an area where there is more molecules of those ink, it is going to gradually spread into those areas where there is no molecules of ink yet. Okay, so again, from an area of high concentration or higher amounts to an area of lower concentration or lower amounts. Okay, so that's the movement of diffusion. The difference in the concentration of molecules across a distance is called concentration gradient. So if you have this illustration here, you can see and you can actually tell that there is concentration gradient. So when you say concentration gradient, that simply means that one side of your solution or one part of your solution has a different amount of molecules as compared to the other parts of your solution. Okay, so here clearly we see that there is concentration gradient. And then again, we said that whenever you have diffusion, the movement is going to be from an area of higher concentration, higher amount, to an area of lower concentration. And so sometimes we say the movement of diffusion is down the concentration gradient. Okay, it moves down the concentration gradient. That means from higher concentration to lower concentration. And of course, over time, it is going to have this, okay, this illustration here already shows us that diffusion has been completed. And so there is already equilibrium in your solution. Okay, so there is no more concentration gradient here. The left side of your solution and the right side of your solution already has achieved equilibrium. Okay, there's no more difference in their concentration. Now, again, as we have mentioned, diffusion is just one type of passive transport. It does not use energy. And so the movement of your molecules here is actually just caused by kinetic energy. Okay, as you all know in your physical science, I've taught you, some of you, I've taught you physical science last year. And we know that kinetic energy is the energy of motion. Okay, so that is the energy possessed by objects that are in movement. okay, that are moving. So again, we say that movement of molecules here is caused by kinetic energy. It is actually caused by the collision of your molecules. Okay, so it is only the kinetic energy, it's only the collision of your molecules that would cause its movement. There is no use again of ATP. There is no use of energy in your diffusion. Okay, so again, this is diffusion. The movement of molecules would be from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. As you can see, there is a concentration gradient here in your substance. That means there is not equal amounts of concentration, that there's no equal amounts of substances in one side of your solution as compared to the other side of your solution. And so we say diffusion moves your particles, moves your molecules down the concentration gradient. Okay, so again, from an area of high concentration, higher amounts, to an area of lower concentration is only through the use of kinetic energy, through the use of collisions of your molecules, not using energy in the form of ATP. Again, there is the term that we call equilibrium. You've seen that in our previous slide. And this happens when the concentration distribution of your molecules is the same throughout the entire space. So as you can see here, in our first illustration, there is no equilibrium yet, okay? There is a concentration gradient. That means there is a difference in the amount of substances at one side of your solution, at one side of your space, as you compare it to the other side, okay? So here, we say that there is concentration gradient. And eventually, because of diffusion, okay, because of the spreading of your molecules, your substance, your space is going to achieve equilibrium, okay? That means the concentration is going to be equal at one side and also compared to the other side. There's going to be equal amounts of molecules at both sides of your space or in the entire space that you have, okay? So again, this is equilibrium. Now, whenever you think about equilibrium, it does not mean our space that you have, okay? So again, this is equilibrium. Now, whenever you think about equilibrium, it doesn't mean that there is no movement of molecules. Again, remember, molecules are continuously moving, okay? There's continuous movement of your molecules. But when we say equilibrium, more or less, the amount of your molecules at one side and also at the other side would be equal, okay? But it does not mean that the molecules have stopped moving. They are still moving. They're continuously in motion. But again, there is not really much difference in their concentration, okay? So that is the meaning of the term equilibrium here. And so when you already have equilibrium in your cell, that means homeostasis is maintained. That means the internal state of balance is maintained inside the cell. Okay, now this is another type of passive transport. This is the second type of passive transport that we have, and we call this osmosis, okay? In your osmosis, it is actually very similar to your diffusion, but osmosis is basically just diffusion of water molecules, okay? So this is diffusion of water molecules across a selectively permeable membrane, say your plasma membrane, your cell membrane. So if your water molecules would diffuse across your cell membrane, you'd use the term osmosis instead of the term diffusion. Okay, so again, osmosis is diffusion of water molecules across a selectively permeable membrane. Again, the movement is going to be from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration, eventually reaching equilibrium. Okay, so again, that's osmosis, special type of diffusion, which is the diffusion of water molecules. Now, the last type of passive transport that we have here is facilitated diffusion. And this is the diffusion, which is through the help of your membrane proteins. We've talked about your membrane proteins. We said there are two types of proteins that would help in the transport of materials in and out of the cell. The first one would be your channel protein. It just forms a channel, an alley, a canal, where your substances may pass through. Okay, so this one here is your protein channel or your channel proteins. Your carrier proteins, on the other hand, it really gets into contact with the molecules that it wants to transport. Okay, so hence the term carrier, because it actually carries the molecules, the substance that it wants to transport in or out of the cell. Okay, so again, this is facilitated diffusion. There is the use of channel proteins or your carrier proteins, what we call your membrane proteins. Okay, but then again, the direction would still be from an area of higher concentration, higher amount, to an area of lower amount. Okay, so it's still going down the concentration gradient. Okay, now going back to your passive transport again, I repeat to summarize it all. When you say passive transport, that is the movement of materials without the use of energy. Okay, without the use of energy, without the use of ATP. What it uses is just kinetic energy. Okay, kinetic energy, of course, is the energy of motion that is brought about by the collision of the molecules that you have in or out of the cell. Again, the movement of your passive transport is down the concentration gradient. That means from an area of higher amount or higher concentration to an area of lower amount or lower concentration. You have three types for this: simple diffusion. Okay, so again, you have simple diffusion, movement of materials from higher concentration to lower concentration. That's just simple diffusion. Then, of course, you have osmosis, diffusion of water molecules. That's osmosis. Diffusion of water molecules through selectively permeable membranes. Still, the direction would be from higher concentration to lower concentration or down the concentration gradient. And, of course, you have facilitated diffusion. It is different from your simple diffusion because it uses membrane proteins in the form of your channel proteins or your carrier proteins. But then again, all the directions of these three types of passive transport are going to be the same. That's going to be from an area of higher concentration, higher amounts, to an area of lower concentration. Again, its main goal is to achieve equilibrium. Okay, that means all right, so again, when you say equilibrium, there is no concentration gradient. There is no difference in the concentration at one side of your solution and as compared to the other side of your solution, or maybe at one area of your solution and compared to the other areas of your solution. Okay, so equilibrium, that means state of balance. Okay, there's no concentration gradient. There's no difference in the amount of molecules in the entire solution that you have, in the entire space that you have. But then again, please do not be deceived by the term equilibrium. It does not mean that there's no more movement. There is still movement, but more or less, the amount of your molecules would be equal in all areas of your solution. Okay, so then again, your equilibrium would be one way so that your homeostasis, that state of internal balance, is going to be maintained.